Hello everyone, welcome to LimeGuru channel. In this session, we will learn about MLflow projects. So MLflow, it's a basically MLOps tool to manage your machine learning model lifecycle. And in this session, we will be specifically understanding one particular module, which is MLflow projects, which help you to package your data science code, data science logics. You can package your data science logic using MLflow projects, and then you can run it in a standard way using just a standard command, which is MLflow run. So let me tell you that in this example I'm going to write one word count PySpark program, and then we are going to package it using MLflow projects notation, and then we will be running that MLflow project. Similar to this PySpark program, you can run any data science code, whether it's Python, PySpark, or it's other than PySpark or Python. You can run anything, but just as an example, I'll be showing you this word count problem. So I have written one PySpark program, which is creating my PySpark Spark context on my local, because I'm running it on my local. Then I'm reading one file which is parameterized. So this file is parameterized. I'll be passing while doing my Spark submit command. So I'll pass the file name as my first argument, and then after reading the file, what I'm doing is I'm counting that how many times in each line this LimeGuru word has appeared. So I'm doing a word count, and the word is LimeGuru, and then after that I'm just printing that how many times that word has appeared. And this is my input file. So you see, I'm going to count the LimeGuru word in this file. So if you see there are three occurrences of LimeGuru in this file, and we'll see that how you can run this project using MLflow project. So this was about the PySpark program. This is pretty much standard. If you have to run this program, if you have to run this word count PySpark program, then what you will do is you will do Spark submit, then you will provide your word count PySpark file, and then you will provide input file as a parameter. So you will have to run PySpark command, and then if it is a Python program, then you will have to run Python command. If it's a PySpark program, you will have to run Spark submit command. So um, now MLflow project, what it lets you do is, you can package this code using MLflow project. For that you need to create one ML project file. So this is the ML project file. In that you need to specify the name of the program. Now this can be any name that you can give. After that, there is one more point, that you can provide execution environment. So execution environment, whether you want to run this project onto Conda environment, you want to run onto Docker environment, or you want to run onto your local system. So in this case, I am going to run it on my local system only, without any Conda environment, without any Docker environment. So that's why I have not specified that, but you can provide your Docker environment as well and provide Docker image inside which you want to run. You can provide your Conda environment also. Then in that case, your program will run within the Conda environment, but I have not specified because I'm going to run in my local system without Conda environment. Then the next important point is that what you want to run, and that is specified inside entry point. Inside entry points, MLflow will always run the main entry point. So whatever you want to invoke, you have to specify inside main. So main is the function which is going to be by default called by ML project, and then main is structured in this way, that you have to provide two things. One is parameters and the other one is command. So command is something where you will specify that how you want to run your project. In this case, my program will run Spark submit, then my PySpark code word count PySpark file, and then I have parameterized one thing, which is my file name. So in ML project also I have parameterize this. So I'll be passing this file name while running my MLflow project. And if you see, if you are parameterizing something, so you need to declare that variable inside parameters. So file name has been declared inside this parameters. The type is string, and you can provide default value also if you want. This is optional. If you provide default value, then the default value will be picked up during the MLflow run phase. If no one provides any value from outside while running the MLflow run command, I'll show you the MLflow run command also. So if no one provides any value for file name while running the MLflow run command, then in that case default value will be picked up. But if someone provides the file name as a parameter in the MLflow run command, then that value will be overridden with the default value. So this is the syntax of my MLflow project inside ML project file. As I said, you can run any program. It's not limited to Spark Summit. If you want to run Python, just change it with the Python command. If you want to run shell script, just change it with the shell script command. So whatever command you want to run, you can change that command, and then you can have different execution environments. One is Docker, one is Conda, and one is the local system without Conda environment. So let's try to run this program now. So I'll go, if I look into this directory, so you can see it's the same directory where I have word count, then I have input file, and then I have my ML project. So if I see ML project, that this is the same file which I was showing. It has a name, my program, then entry points has Spark Summit, uh, word count command inside the main function, and the file name is parameter. So if you want to run this program, the command to run this program is mlflow run. Now this mlflow run is the standard command. So any mlflow project you want to run, you have to run this mlflow run command. You don't, let's say if you want to share this ML project with someone else, they have to run mlflow run command only. They don't need to take care of the internal command, whether they have to do Spark Summit, whether they have to run Python command, whether they have to do shell script command. They don't need to take care of all those different commands at how to run your project. The standard command is going to be mlflow run command. So you have packaged your code in such a way that anyone can run your code using mlflow run command. And then dot means that the project is in current directory, the ML project is in current directory. So hyphen no conda means that my project should not run inside the conda environment. And then I am providing a parameter where I'm saying file name is input file.txt. So in this way I can provide the parameters at the runtime during the mlflow run execution command. So let's try to run this. So if I try to run this, what it will do is it will internally identify what is my execution environment. So it is my local system without conda. So it will try to submit the command which you have defined. So it has submitted the command which is spark submit command. So you can see here my Spark context is getting created, running Spark version 3.1.2. So Spark is already configured in my local. So in order to run this project, you need to have this setup on your local. And if I see what is the program output, so let's go down. My Spark job has completed. So you can see that this statement has been printed, LimeGrew word count 3. It has appeared 3 times. So if you see the program also, I was printing the same statement, LimeGrew word count, and then the same statement has been printed here. So my execution is complete, and then in this way, it's in the last, it will say that MLflow project and execution is completed. It says succeeded, and it gives a run ID also. And you can track this MLflow runs onto the MLflow UI also. If you have fair background about MLflow UI, MLflow tracking, then you can track these runs onto MLflow UI also. So this is how you can standardize any project packaging inside MLflow by defining this ML project for any of the project, and then anybody can run your project using MLflow run command. So this is how you can package your code using MLflow projects. That's all about this video which I wanted to cover. I hope you get the idea about MLflow projects. If you like this video, do press the like button, do share it with others, and do subscribe LimeGrew channel. Thank you.